now, light our darkest hour. What's going on, everybody? Good evening, and it is a Godlike Sunday. It's great to see everybody coming in the chat. And it has been a very challenging weekend as I have been putting together module cases all weekend on my birthday. But I think we're coming to a point to we are completed. Thank you, everybody, for wishing me happy birthday. I really appreciate all that. And we have some very special guests this evening that I want to introduce to everybody. Noah Allen, thank you for being here. But we also have Victor and Martin from Superkraft, which I'm super excited to talk about their new product coming out, and it's already up for pre-order. Victor, how are you? Thanks for joining us this evening.
Hey, Jamie. Hey, Noel, and thanks for having us this weekend, man.
Yep.
Hope you guys are having a good one.
Yes, we are. Thanks for being here. And then Martin, how are you, sir? Great to see you. Thanks for being here with us.
All good. Thanks, and thanks for having us. We are excited to share more about this statue and a little bit about us as well.
Yes, absolutely. So I know that so Supercraft is a brand new company, right? It's a brand new company, and I hadn't heard anything from Supercraft, but all of a sudden I saw on Facebook this incredible Transformer statue, and I said, "What is this from? Like, who's making this?" And then someone had mentioned to me this is Supercraft. So, Victor, can you talk a little bit about how this started? You guys kind of intertwined just a little bit, but how this came about, and also this is up for pre-order now, and just talk a little bit about it.
Yeah. So Supercraft is actually a brand new company. We're here to specialize in premium luxury statues for the discerning collector. I think we wanted to create pieces and products that could speak to everyone, and Martin will kind of go into a bit more in terms of our design style and kind of like why we're selecting all these IPs. I think for me what's important is that Supercraft is actually a part of a larger company, Mighty Jacks, right? And Mighty Jacks is actually a designer toy company. We've been around for about 10, 11 years. We ship globally to more than 90 countries. We have offices in 4 regions in the world, right? So we're a reasonable setup, with the same kind of like tenet at the back, right? In that we want to produce, pieces for fans, right? That they would enjoy, and we wanted all the pieces to be like, conversational pieces. We also want, a lot of our pieces to actually, be able to have, at least some secondary market value too, right? Mighty Jacks itself comes with a lot of IPs, right? So we work with almost all major IPs, movie studios, anime studios. Anime is really hot for us right now. As you guys might know, anime is ripping it throughout the industry. We are big on One Piece, Jujutsu Kaisen. We have a lot of hot ones coming out next year. So those are some of the IPs that Supercraft will be able to enjoy, as part of the company. At the same time, we also have a established distribution and kind of like channels that we use globally, right, to help us to distribute pretty effectively. I think one of the key things that I don't believe has been mentioned enough, but which took us forever to get to, was that should we or should we not provide free shipping, right, for the statue? so I think that's been like guys, it took us a long time to kind of figure out, okay, I think we can cut it. So I mean, shipping has been a real pain for all of us, right? I mean, like, you buy the statue, you don't know how much it's going to cost all the way to your door, right? So that's one thing that we wanted to make sure. So with the first piece that we're doing, it's going to be free shipping, right? You guys are going to get it door to door for the price that you see on the website, right? So yeah, there's no additional on that. I mean, you pay your own taxes and stuff, but we cover all shipping. Yeah.
Wow.
So that's Mighty Jacks, and we created a Supercraft, a team of us. We brought in some of the best talent that we know, right, from the industry. People with great creative vision, art direction, right, great folks who have done operations and also QC and production from established companies, to make sure that we get the best talent to help us to deliver pieces that we'll be proud of. Yeah, so this is something that this is kind of like a bit of a genesis of Supercraft. We've been around for slightly less than a year, and we're super excited that we got to launch in the first piece, what you see today, Transformers Till All Are One, last Friday. So I think
Wow.
Friday our time, it would be in Saturday your time, and sales have been pretty good. We are definitely looking forward to meeting more fans and talking to more folks, just to share more about kind of like what we love, and yeah, and to answer any questions you guys may have.
Wow, that's awesome. And Chad, if you have any questions, make sure you post them. That way we can talk to Supercraft. They're here with us this evening, and they're here to work with the community, but also to talk a little bit about this incredible Transformer statue that was just announced. Martin, can you talk a little bit about like how this came about, and also maybe some of your background, what you've done in the industry?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, I think me and Victor is a big fan of Transformers, right? The IP, and I'm sure a lot of people grew up with this. And uh, as a summary, I think we just want to create a piece that can be like, you know, what is the best piece to represent the G1 continuity. And of course, Optimus Prime, he is the leader of Autobot. He is the symbol of Autobot. So what we are doing here is we are making him half transforming into the Autobot logo. And of course, he is the protector of the planet, right? The Cybertron planet. So we show him overseeing all the five robots with the Cybertron planet at the back. And you see the five robot. They are, of course, Rodimus Prime is his successor. So he's the next leader of the Cybertron and the Autobots. So I think all this we try to combine into a single piece that, a small diorama, but also has a lot of symbolism or meaning behind this. And what you can see here, the base also represent things that comes from the cartoon. In this case, it's the Ark. It's their plane that crash landed
Yeah.
on Earth, then become their home base. And
Oh,
then the matrix itself at the core of Optimus Prime, it's blending into the core of the Cybertron. So all this we are trying to combine into the one package that hopefully when uh, whoever see it, collectors see it, can reignite the spark and play the Stan Bush song in their head, the one that you played in the beginning. So
yeah.
the iconic
Yeah.
moments.
Wow. So, Martin, what other projects have you been involved with different companies, or what else have you done within the industry?
Oh yeah, yeah. So I think I've been in the industry for since probably since 2014. So before this, I was working with XM Studios
Okay.
as the art director for them, and we do a lot of things from Marvel and then DC's, including Samurai series. If you know Batman Sanity, we also work on that pieces, and basically just working with a lot of incredible and talented artists out there. I also work a little bit with Prime One and then a bit with PCS in the past. So what we are trying to do here with Supercraft is basically take all those experience, because it's not just me. It's also there are other people from the industry in the operational and also in the production and in the QC. So what we are trying to do is we want to present something different, something unique. And as you can see here, we have a bit of customization as well. So that's something that is probably newly offered to collectors, as well as few add-ons to make the pieces, to more elevate the pieces, basically.
I see. Okay.
That's great.
Can you talk a little bit about this key here? I noticed that this is another feature.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
thought this was super cool. Can you talk a little bit about what this is and what it does?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is for those who watched the cartoon back in the day, right? There's two
Hmm.
episodes where they mention about Vector Sigma. What is Vector Sigma? This is a supercomputer that gives lives to to the Cybertronian, to the Autobots. And then how to activate this Vector Sigma is actually using the key. So I think for us, right, it's only logical to use the key as a remote control to
Oh,
turn
wow.
on the light up features in the statue. So
That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, thanks.
Wow.
And we also offer the vector sigma itself, right? As the key holder. You have a remote control key, then probably you want to keep it somewhere safe. So yes, you can put it there. But the back of the statue itself also represent a vector sigma that reside in the core of the Cybertron. I don't know if you have some of the shot that shows the back part of the statue that basically shows the vector sigma. Yes, yeah, this exact shot.
Oh,
So,
that's
so
cool.
this was a fun thing that that I did during the conventions, right? When fans came over to have a look at the statue, there's actually so Martin has actually hidden a whole bunch of different Easter eggs within the statue, right? So Vector Sigma is one of them, right? And only the most hardcore fans. So in New York Comic Con, over the 4 days, only
Mhm.
10 people out of maybe like a couple hundred, right, could tell me what the name of this crystal was, and it was a kick. It was a real kick, especially for the hardcore fans who thought they were hardcore, and then they realized, man, I missed those 2 episodes, right?
Oh,
And there's a and there's a lot of other like Easter eggs embedded within the statue, right? I mean, if you look at it like from the front, right, there's actually traces, of the baddie, from that generation, right, which is Unicron. You'll see like these like this risen up pieces that you see around Cybertron. That's actually traces of Unicron that's left behind. But this is an Autobot statue, so we don't want to make it overly evil, but we had to show for to be accurate that he was actually there, and he kind of screwed up the plan pretty badly. So it's all there. Some of the fun things that we did during the show, when you see Rodimus, and you played the video, right, when Rodimus holding up the Matrix, like
Yeah.
I remember on one of the days before, like the first 2 hours, like I think 4 or 5 guys came to the booth, and then they started singing the song, right? And they were like, bro, you got the. I was like, what? Yeah. So that's the thing, right? We wanted this piece to evoke some, like pretty retro memories, and just feelings, right? Like this is practically my childhood, right? Like people who grew up with G1, and watched the movie especially, right? They would remember this moment. They would remember this piece is kind of like a representative of a lot of the entire arc, and to me that was kind of like, what was when we first looked at the concept that Martin did, like, wow, it really spoke to us in that way. And we wanted the final piece to really speak to collectors, whether new collectors, old collectors, but fans, right? I think fans who understood what this means.
Yeah, I mean, look at this shot here. It's just so awesome, man. So I think this will speak to a lot of collectors that collect Gen 1 Transformers. But it is very unique as to how the art direction was portrayed. And I was just talking backstage with you guys, but my friend Matt, he ordered this day one on Friday. He sent screenshots, and he had just ordered this, and he was super excited for picking this up, and kind of gave me the elbow a little bit. Hey man, are you getting one too? Like, hey, are you picking this one up too? Like, what's going on here? So, but the guy really only collects like Batman and really high end art, and he has some great pieces. But this is the one I think he made an exception for, and I think it was a great choice, especially especially because of the nostalgia, right, of Transformers. But oh wow, look at this, man! Look at that picture there. And I did want to say too that what I can really appreciate is that when you look at this, it is Gen 1 Transformers, but modernized a little bit, right? It's not block squares and just how when we were young, that was the greatest thing in the world. When you look at it now, you're like, oh, that's pretty good. But now when you look at this, it's definitely more modernized, and it still screams Gen 1 Transformers. So I did have a question too. How would this light up? I saw the key. I saw how things work. Is it battery powered, or does it plug in the wall, or how does this work?
So it's going to be powered by USB-C. We are at the moment actually still, improving the lighting function, because we want to make sure that the lighting is like, the main features. It should it should light the whole thing very very well. So we are doing the electronics as well as the making sure all the lights covers everything,
Yeah.
but it will be on USB-C.
Cool.
That's
And
it.
there's Matthew right there. He just there's my friend Matthew Martin right there.
Awesome.
Thank you,
So
Matthew.
Thanks.
Thank you,
Matt, I
man.
was just
Thanks,
talking
man.
about you and how you pre-ordered yours early, man. So great pickup, my friend. And I remember him posting that and talking about getting that pre-order. So that's awesome. Seeing this and again, just how well it's done. I did wonder too, is there only one lighting effect? Does it pulse? It's just one light, or does it have any other type of lighting effects?
Great
So,
question. So yeah, go ahead, Martin. Sorry.
You go ahead. Yeah,
Oh.
and then for so you or me?
Oh, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, okay. I mean, it will light up wholly like what you see in the picture, but we are looking at the best way to represent this actually, because if it's too many pulsating or like maybe animation effect, it might look a little bit off. So we are considering what is the best way to achieve the effect that we want for it to be. But in short, I think what you see here is the effect. The light overall light up is what we want to do.
Okay.
Yeah. I think one of the things that we kind of tested and we looked at the shows also, right, was that the light itself cannot be too bright, because it is dying, right? So like Martin had to do a couple of clever things to the statue itself, right, in order for the lights to come out, a little uneven, right, and a little dim, but yet pretty visible in a bright room, so you can actually see it from the front. Right. If you look at this, at this is so like what you see in the picture there is actually a real life shot. It's not a 3D render, right? So we actually took the shot in the studio, right? And then we got people to put some effects at the back, but this isn't the actual statue. So the lights should come out like this, dim, a little dying, but yet bright enough to kind of illuminate all the little corners and crevices that you see within Cybertron. And the back itself, where Vector Sigma is, right, it should also be like a dim yellow. Like some folks have seen photos and videos of the statue at the conference, but because we had like bright lights, white lights at the back, so it looked kind of white, but the final effect should actually be the one that you showed the picture earlier, which is a little yellow, a little dim, right? And we wanted to make sure that the front and the back balance this out. Yeah, so that's kind of like been something that we had to use a bit of artistic creativity to kind of make sure the light doesn't overpower the overall statue.
I see. I did come across this today too, and I had seen this before, but I did want to share this too.
I hadn't seen this yet.
Hi, I'm Victor from Mighty Jacks, and I'm here representing SuperCraft Lab with our showstopper today, which is our Transformers statue Till All Are One.
Man.
It's gonna be our homage, to all fans of Transformers G1, looking for continuity through G2.
Wow. I can't stop smiling.
It's awesome.
Yeah. This is gonna be a limited edition of only 101 pieces, so it's super rare. Once you order it, we're gonna make this 8 different points of customization. You're gonna be able to put different parts into different precious metals, precious stones, and it's be fully optional based on what you want as a fan. We want to provide fans a different way to look at a collectible, and they know they're gonna get massive resale value in the longer term. We want you to be able to keep this and pass it on to your children, and we have put in a whole bunch of different Easter eggs for you to geek out about. I'm a big fan. I want to make sure that all the fans who see this are gonna remember it forever. So let me tell you a bit more about the statue. We have Optimus at the back, kind of looking on at his new leaders, led by Rodimus. We have RC, Jazz, Grimlock, Bumblebee, taking on the G2 kind of like continuity. We also have him standing on the Ark. But at the back of the statue, which is my favorite, you're gonna see a whole bunch of different Easter eggs. There's something behind that you might never have seen before. So we want fans to come by to the website and make sure that you check out all the features of the statue. We have a whole bunch of Easter eggs hidden all over, for old fans, new fans, and anyone. But just to kind of, get into the Transformers lore, one of the first things I'll share with you is when you look at Rodimus and that pose, what do you think is the first song that comes to mind? If you're just as excited as I am to figure out how to get the statue, we're going to start pre-orders on 8th of November. You're going to get more details on our website, www.superkraftlab.com. That's SuperKraftlab.com. They're going to give you more details along the way. Make sure you sign up and register for interest. It's only 101 pieces, guys, so you got to act fast. We'll see you again when these Transformers roll out.
And I always cringe when I watched this video. I can't stand the sound of my own voice, man.
Well, you know,
I think we're all like that.
so when I was building things today, I was listening to all of our replays for the last like 3 or 4 weeks. I said the same thing. I hate the sound of my voice. It's terrible. But I did catch one thing that I think me and Alan were talking about it too. There's customizations for this piece as well, but I'm not aware. Okay, so can you break that down for us?
Yeah, sure. So when we were thinking about creating statues, right? We wanted to see how it could be a little different from the companies already in the market today, right? Because we've actually received for our like when we did a bunch of different like interviews and questions, like how would someone actually make a piece unique beyond the edition size, right? So we wanted to put in a different element, in this case, how can we customize it, right, with different objects to make it even more unique to you as an owner. So for this first piece, we actually have 8 points of customization, right? You'll see if you go to the website, there are 8 different points, starting from the Autobot logo. If you look at the faceplate between Optimus and the Autobot logo, you can actually change the entire Autobot logo into rose gold plating. Right, so that's one of the first customizations. I think the core itself, right? If you don't want it to be painted, you can actually use crystals as kind of like the little blue pieces that are floating around. The matrix itself, that Rodimus is holding, that can be plated with platinum and gold. And then for the Autobots, Rodimus and Bumblebee, Rodimus will have like platinum and gold plating on his chest plate. Bumblebee will have his chest plate also in gold plating. Jazz will have, I think the size of his arms to be platinum plated. RC will have, I think, if I'm not wrong, it's somewhere at the side, where it'll be platinum plated also. And then Grimlock will have his chest plate and also some of his shoulder plates gold plated, right? So I think we try to match the materials with the colors of the Autobots to make sure that it doesn't make it all wonky and look like and look like some kind of like weird mashup. We wanted the colors to be as close as possible, but being able to shine and stand out in the final piece, so people will actually know that your piece is a little different, right? And I think Marty can share a bit more of how this complicates the process also in terms of how we actually produce the pieces when we plate it. Because that's going to be a bit more work, and especially if you're going to customize the whole thing. Right, so we have seen purchases where someone actually does the whole shebang and goes all crazy, and then some guys just want Bumblebee to stand out, or some guys just want Rodimus to stand out. So yeah. And I think the rose gold plate is also a very obvious upgrade, just because it's right on the face. Mm-hmm. But on top of this, what's really unique for the sale is actually we will have edition number 101. Right, which is going to be the full shebang, and with a special faceplate that has a 1984 colors. Right, so you'll see if you go to the 101 kind of like demo, you'll see that there is actually a very different Autobot logo faceplate. You can't buy that, so only the 101 piece will have that. And how you get the 101 is one of the 100 orders will actually be upgraded automatically into the 101.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So you can't pay for it. It's something we wanted to do for the fans, right? You could buy a base piece, and stand the opportunity to actually be upgraded into the 101. And the 101 itself will come essentially with the full upgraded piece. It will come with the base, the pedestal with the 101 etched onto the metal plate, and you will get a 1-of-1 original watercolor, done by Hector. And I think like this is an artist that that the team really loves. He does a lot of like mech paintings, and so this is going to be an actual 1-of-1 painting signed by the artist that only the 1-of-1 a winner would actually get.
So that individual is just going to be randomly chosen.
Yeah, he'll be randomly chosen.
So
here's my name.
it wouldn't do me any good to like try to bribe you backstage.
We've gotten that a lot, and then so, but yeah, I mean, but we're trying to make it as random as possible, so that it'll be a nice surprise, right, for whoever gets it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
cool.
I would say so. Yeah, that'd be a real nice surprise.
Yeah. So this faceplate, if you the one you see on the screen right now, this is a 1984 colorway. Martin, you want to share more about that?
Yeah, of course. I mean, as I'm sure you all have seen the opening theme of Transformers where the logo flipped around. So yeah, basically we are trying to catch the same colorway as that 1984 logo and then try to implement it in this version to make our 101 edition truly a one of a kind. And like what Victor said, nobody can get this by buying. You need to, be lucky enough to win the raffle, as well as you get the one of one painting as well, because we won't duplicate this painting ever. We're just gonna give out the original piece to one lucky collectors.
Yeah, and we just saw the piece in the studio. Wow, it's nice. Yeah, I was just gonna steal it and just put it in my office, but
I have secured it. So
oh damn. Okay, oh damn.
So
as I was, if I could jump in for a sec,
go. Yeah.
I was looking at all the pictures coming up. The front side looks like really ambitious, lots of detail. But when I saw the back side, I was like, wow, it looks like there's layer upon layer upon layer.
Yes.
Of different things going on, and I was kind of like blown away by the backside of the thing. It almost needs to be on a turntable.
I was just going to say that.
That backside is beautiful. There's so much intricate detail in there that it's almost a shame not to be able to see it. It's very well done.
Thank you, Alan. You've made us really happy by saying that because like in the conventions when we showed the piece to the fans, everyone looks at the front, right? But we actually made the showcase like 360. So we got everyone. Every time someone comes to the booth, I was like, hey guys, come to the back and let me know what you think. And they were like, whoa, because like this is actually like multiple layers and of actually like the metal bits, just fraying and breaking apart. And it's also kind of like how we assemble it, right? So that kind of gives you a bit of a 3D effect at the end. Yeah, but I'm super happy that you mentioned that because it's really one of my favorite parts. That just seeing people's reactions when they come to the back, and I'm like, whoa, there's something else at the back.
Yeah, and I'm only looking at photographs. I can't imagine what it looks like, in person, because I picked up on that the first time I saw it. I'm like, wait a minute. There's something really unique going on the backside that I haven't seen in a lot of pieces. And then again tonight, when the video was playing, I saw it again. I'm like, yeah, there's definitely something kind of special going on the backside, and that was like just that kind of thing impresses me. So yeah, well done.
Thank you. Yes. The other thing that becomes obvious when you come to the back is so when people look at it from the front, they can't really tell if they're standing on something special. So it just looks like a base, right? But once they come to the back and they see the thrusters of the arc, that's when they're like, "Oh, they're standing on the arc, man!" I was like, "Yeah, yeah." So I think a lot of the features come out from the back. I think this is Martin is a genius, at designing this because I only realized all this when I was showing people, over and over again at the cons, like about the statue, and everyone had the same reaction. They came to the back and then they started seeing a lot of features that they otherwise would not have seen from the front. So yeah, that was kind of fun for me, and I think I have to thank Martin for being able to get the kind of reaction from fans.
That's awesome. Martin, so how long has this project been in the works? Like you guys started this and then all of a sudden it hit the community like just a huge wave but how long has this been in development?
This I think have been in development for this is at the prototype stage, right? So it's gonna take about 8 months to get everything's ready. and we are not even talking about the pre-production and everything. Well, we have to make sure that the engineering is steady, and then all the materials are done up properly. So there's still gonna be a lot of things to do in the future. But up to this stage, I guess it's about eight months from the preparation to make sure the concept is ready, and then the artist is sculpting it, and then someone is painting it. And yeah, I think we are quite happy with what we have so far.
I'm sorry, Martin, you did say more in the future. What do you mean by that?
More in the future. Yes, there'll be more things in development. I guess not speaking about Transformers, but there'll be other things as well. And well, I guess a lot have known already that we also have Batman license. So this will come right after this.
Is there a possibility of a bad guy version of this? Even a
Yes,
possibility?
as well.
Yeah.
Because
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
we need to have a balance, right? There's Autobots and there's also Decepticons, as you might know.
Oh, that's a good reason.
Okay. So
If the other one comes out and you go back and say, "Oh hell, I didn't get the first one," then you're going to be in trouble.
That's true, Alan. That's true.
Alan's the ultimate enabler.
yeah, just so y'all know, he's an enabler. Well, I'm trying to kind of. Look, I know you guys, you're working on things. It sounds like in the background, but I could just see these two pieces together, Autobots, Decepticons, next to each other in a case would look just amazing. But man, I cannot wait to see what else you guys bring to the table. And you did mention Batman license, so I'm just throwing this out there. I know a lot of collectors want villains, so just so you're aware of that. Just so you're aware of that. But
Definitely.
Noah, do you have any questions?
Yeah, I was wondering, would you guys consider doing a limited edition art print run of that watercolor? I think that would do really well for you.
Interesting
Well, I
thought.
mean,
Yeah, like
yeah,
a 100, same thing, like 101 edition size of just a like a high quality art print of that that watercolor. I just think it's a great concept. Looks really good.
yes,
But
I guess
you know how people like to
for
pair
us,
the art prints with statues, so
definitely. And I think for the watercolor painting, right? First of all, it needs to come as a one-of-one piece for the one-on-one edition. And if we are doing, that's a great idea actually, because I love prints myself. I have a couple of those printed poster at home. But yeah, if we are doing one, I guess it should be something that is unique. Maybe capture the statue from different angle or different idea.
yeah.
So it's separated between the one-on-one and then the commercial piece.
Gotcha.
And are all these numbered as 1 through 101? Are all these numbered for collectors on the base, or do they have a card, or how does that come?
Yeah.
The number
So
will come at. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Victor.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Martin. Go ahead. Sorry.
No worries. I mean, either one of us. So as usual, the number or the edition size will come at the bottom of the statue, right? But you can also upgrade your order with the pedestal that shows your unique edition size. Because I do have statues at home, and then it's very difficult to find your edition size number, right? You have to basically turn the bottom side. So instead of doing that, you can upgrade your orders with pedestal that shows that number without having to, turn it upside down, as well as the title of the statue, because "Till all are one" is like one of the best quote from the cartoon, at least to myself, because it shows that the faith of Optimus Prime before he died. One day an Autobot shall rise and then take this, this matrix, and then he ended with "Till all are one." I get goosebumps every time I see that scene.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
we'll include that also in the pedestal to show everyone that this is inspired by the cartoon or by G1.
I hope Matt got that too with it. Yeah, that's what you need, man. If I got that's what I would get to with it. I'd have to get that. Man, that sounds amazing. I think thinking back of my childhood, that was like the first time I felt hurt watching a cartoon when Optimus Prime was on his last, in his last hour. But I remember that, it was like how devastating I was when that happened as a kid. But
You're not alone.
okay, yeah, that was just what an epic scene, in the Transformers universe.
Yeah.
But man, G1, so free shipping for this from Superkraft, along with 101 pieces. And I know we're teasing just a little bit, maybe villains coming, Decepticons, maybe Dio coming alongside with this. We don't have to really say, but maybe we can say without saying. But but I think that I can't wait to see these together if that does happen, and how that would look. Wow, just an amazing diorama from Superkraft. I know somebody in the chat was asking too. They were already kind of giving you ideas.
Yeah.
They're pretty specific of what they're wanting here. Megatron, Starscream, Soundwave, Shockwave, intersects maybe with Galvatron's. Oh man, he knows his Transformers for sure. But I think Galvatron would be a must. I don't know. I'm not sure how this would work, but I trust in Superkraft and how you'll design this, because I'm sure it'll do it justice, just as this piece does. Super excited to see
Thank
more.
you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm super excited to see more from the community. But so I did want to ask. I know you've done a little bit of teases, right, about maybe some future projects, but what can collectors expect in 2025 from Superkraft, and what should they be looking forward to? Or if you can say.
Should I do it?
Okay, sure, bro.
I mean-
you can start, man.
Yeah, we can you can share also whatever you have. But from me is at Supercraft, basically we want to create a different thing, something that hopefully another angle that collectors seldom see from a statue or from a collectibles. So I think the good example is this Transformers. Scale wise, we do have very different scales. Like for Batman, we have quarter scale. For these Transformers, it's a diorama, so it's a non-scale. But whatever scale we take, or whatever statue or IP that we present, right, it should support the cause of telling a story to the collectors. What is the story that we want to tell? Is it about nostalgia? Is it about the evergreen IP that you grew up with and you still remember now and still have good memories about the shows back then? So yeah, we'll come up with a lineup plan as well. Whatever we can show or share now is basically just Transformers and Batman, but we do have other things in the future. So just stay tuned for more, announcement from us. And just a small note that we'll be in Singapore Comic Con this year, so we'll showcase a new statue there as well. So
Cool.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think one other thing that Martin is that we've been looking at also is making sure that the pieces have a good amount of symbolism in them. I think we wanted to go beyond just the casual, like a museum pose, and just a hero standing there, but we wanted to have a different layer behind that, right? Is it telling a story? What are some of the things that happen around kind of like this person's life, right? And also the Easter eggs, right? Easter eggs should bring out like different conversations, from the fans. So like we can do that with Batman, we can do that with Transformers, and a lot of the other characters that we have lined up for our range. Yeah, it's just at the tip of my tongue. I'm just trying not to say too much about it. It's tough, guys. It's tough.
Yeah.
Say all you want, Victor. It's fine. I'm okay with it.
No, man. Yeah. But yeah, so I think like we wanted each piece to tell a story. Right, there are dioramas which talk about battles, right? There are dioramas that talk about like a cool scene. But I think for us, we wanted the diorama to convey a story, like a narrative, right? That you guys can, oh yeah, that's gonna happen, and oh man, yes, and then that happened. Oh wow, so something that gives you like a conversation, and not just like a static point in time. So it's something that's been really difficult to achieve, but I think Martin and the team have actually done a great job in trying to elicit that kind of conversation. So looking forward to more pieces.
Oh wow. Okay, so and a new one will be shown at Singapore Comic-Con, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
7 to 8 of December.
December the
Right.
8th. Okay, so
Yeah.
a new piece will be shown there.
Yeah.
Will this piece be painted, or was it just be the prototype, or?
Yes, it will be fully painted.
Okay.
It's right behind me now. So,
Oh, okay. Martin,
Yeah,
can you scoot back just a bit so we can see it?
yeah.
Okay.
Like
Well,
yeah.
I look forward to
The-
seeing that. That's for sure.
the paint jobs that we've seen, it's wow. Yeah, I mean, we are living it. We hope the photos will do it justice, and then we hope to share with the community, as soon as we can. Once we are done with the Transformers, we'll make sure that everyone starts afresh in terms of the excitement, with the next piece coming up.
Wow, that's awesome. I did want to say too that I noticed that the paint job is just phenomenal on this piece, and that's something that we talk about this as a panel all the time, about the paint, the sculpt of a statue, but the paint job is done so well, very, very high quality. Not to mention the sculpt is amazing, but I think you guys have a home run here, especially with the the free shipping and all the options that you guys are offering with this statue. But I'm just going to throw it out there right now, is that this is probably the best Transformer piece I've ever seen from any company. So I know that there's a lot of different companies doing, Gen 2 or new gen Transformers or whatever. There's so many different ones. But for me, because I connect with the old school Transformers, this is one of the best ones I've ever seen. So I look forward to seeing more from Superkraft. Just an awesome
Thanks so
job.
much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, Jamie.
Yeah,
it really means a lot. It really means a lot to the team. When we hear comments like these, just because we were not sure whether this will work. I think as a design, it's pretty risky, as you can tell.
But it's really good though. Yeah, it's not too big of a risk. It's such a great sculpt, man. Yeah.
Thank you. What I think that when I was talking with Martin and you, Victor, as well, is that you guys are both collectors, right? You guys collect statues, statues. So going into a new project and then designing something like this, and you all agreeing this is going to be the one you're going with, you can tell your collectors because it came out so great, because you know what collectors may want, and that's why they should trust you on this piece. So, I'm sold, man. I don't know if I'm getting this, but I do like it a lot. I do. It's probably the best Transformers piece I've seen.
Yeah, I'm not even a Transformer collector, but I do like this piece. Just that little feature with the key. That alone just like turned me on. I'm like, wow, that is so cool. Any chance that, I know it's probably too late now, it's in production, but the edition number of each piece would have been cool if it was somehow engraved in everybody's key to have that edition size.
That would be cool.
But I know it's too late now,
That would be cool.
but
I mean,
wow.
Maybe the next one.
Yep. Who knows? Yeah. And there's some. I mean, this kind of feedback is something that we look for as well, because that's why we like sharing with everyone here. And yes, anything that you feel like maybe any ideas that can improve things. If we can't do it here, we can do it in the next project. So yeah.
Yeah. How about?
Thanks.
Okay, since we're talking about that, how about when you stick the key in and initiate the key, that it makes some kind of a brief wind up sound, some kind of a whoop or some kind of a sound that it's being energized.
That sounds awesome.
Next level.
It could only add another $100 to the price of the statue. Big deal.
Yeah. We've had like comments from a lot of feedback from the community, like, hey man, can you make it speak? Someone was said, why don't you make it like into like a smart speaker, like and then Peter Cullen can talk to you. I was like, whoa, bro. No, but it's a great idea. I think like having some interactivity. I think as statue collectors, we've been buying our statues, right? But sometimes we want something a little different, right, with the statue. The challenge for us as a company is the complexity adds to potential QC and yeah. But man, I'm with you. I would love to have this statue speak to me and say it's time for breakfast. Like, whoa.
Wow.
But yeah, we've thought through like some of the voice interactivity, but man, it's tough to implement.
Autobots unite, or whatever.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I just really love the key idea. I really
Yeah, I
do.
do too.
And you can tell you guys put your heart and soul into this statue. You can tell. I mean, there's a
Mhm.
lot of different Easter eggs, and there's just so many great things about this and why to get this. I still remember Matt messaging me saying he posted actually that he got it. So I think it's gonna be a great setup for you. No, any questions for them for Supercraft?
Yeah, honestly, with you guys being collectors, I would love to know what if you guys know right offhand what one of your favorite pieces are that you own or maybe have owned. One that really inspired you guys.
Yeah.
So, because we've all had stuff that it comes in, it's pretty good, but then we've had other ones that just completely blow us away and just hook us completely in the statue hobby. So, just curious what a favorite of your guys would be.
Yeah, I think we just not collect statues, but we also collect many different things. I mean, me myself, I collected action figures and as well as Legos as well because
Nice, yeah.
you can never grow up.
Yep.
But I mean, something special for me is like the Transformers toys, which I think Victor's also have, which is the old or Optimus Prime G1 that looks very boxy, but it's actually it's part of your childhood. It's the first toy that you own in the form of Optimus Prime, and I think recently they re-released this toy as commemorative figures. So yeah, it's something special because it marks the beginning of the IP in terms of Transformers, right? For Optimus Prime, of course. I mean that's one for me, as well as I kept a small collection of a Japanese Transformers toy,
Oh, yeah.
and I collect the whole Autobot team. Well,
Oh, that's sweet.
for in terms of statue, I do have a few pieces that I sculpted back when I was working with XM. But I think Dark Phoenix should be one of my favorite as well because it's
Oh, cool.
it's something special for me and I guess hopefully for many people.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Cool.
For me, I have a lot of Transformers.
No secret there.
Yeah, but not in statue form, just because I don't have space to display it. But I would say that my favorite statue would be Thanos and Lady Death. Many years
Oh,
ago
yeah.
by XM. Yeah, that's my absolute favorite, especially the lighting effects in the gauntlet. I mean, I'm a big Infinity Gauntlet fan. And when I saw that piece at a Comic-Con in Singapore, I was like, wow, I had to get it. So I don't know why. I don't know why I bought it. It's huge. It's massive. It's two pieces.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, right? Sometimes we see it, we just love it. And we can't. I couldn't control myself. I was like, okay, dude, get down. There goes the down payment.
Yep.
And then the piece did not disappoint, right? It didn't disappoint. It's yeah, I don't know why, man. I mean, I love villains too. Other than Optimus Prime, but I love villains, and yeah. So that's definitely my favorite piece.
Wow.
Mhm. Cool.
Grifter was asking, any chance Transformers diorama in the future, like basically saying they're fighting each other in like more of a dynamic pose. I don't know if there's any plans for anything like that, or maybe you could speak to it a little bit.
I think this is also something that we that there is in our idea pool. I guess basically whatever that we do for Transformers or any other IPs, right? As long as it help us to tell the story that we want to tell to everyone. then we'll go with that direction, whether it be a diorama or a versus fighting, a dynamic pose or a museum pose. Anything can tell the same, the story that we want to tell. So yes, definitely, if the story that we want to tell revolves around, a versus or a robot fighting each others, then we'll go with that.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, we are right about at that 1 hour mark. I didn't want to keep you guys too long, and I know it's bright and early over there, but I want to thank both of you, Victor and Martin, for coming on and talking about this incredible Transformer piece with Supercraft. But I did also want to say that our door is always open for you. You can come back
Thank you.
anytime to discuss the community, just hang out with us, but also talk about Supercraft and new projects. We'd love to have you anytime.
No, thanks
So-
so much, Jimmy, Noah, Alan, for spending your Sunday evening with us, and also to all the folks in the room currently. Thank you so much. I think for us as a new company, it really means a lot when fans. I think we've had a lot of statue collectors, other YouTube channels that come by and been really welcoming. I think we are super grateful. We believe the statue community deserves more options. Right, and definitely, a lot more variety in what you collect. So thank you so much for having us. We hope to stay connected to the rest of the community for a long time.
100%.
Yeah.
Make sure that I want to make sure everybody knows that support Supercraft, because they have poured their heart and soul into this piece. And in my opinion, it's one of the best Transformers pieces. So congratulations.
It's
I
amazing.
look forward
Thanks,
to
thanks so much.
yeah, absolutely. I look forward to the results and new pieces coming too.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Yeah.
All right, you guys have a good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Take care.
Yes.
Hey,
Thanks so
have a great
much.
week
Take
ahead.
care.
Take care.
Take care, guys.
Cheers,
All right.
guys.
Thanks. Mhm. All right, so we're getting things going here real quick.